Are you a small business owner concerned about the future of your business? Today, we're talking to Jennifer Dye, a certified business advisor from SPSCC's Small Business Development Center, and she has some tips for you. Hi, Jennifer. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
So, how have you been holding up? What's changed in your routine?
Well, we are working virtually, as are most people. We're staying home and conducting all of our advising appointments over Zoom or whatever medium works best for our clients.
Do you have the data on this? How many small businesses do we have in the area?
I do. It took me a little bit to find it, and I'm glad you asked me that question. We have about 21,000. What I found really interesting is that almost 18,000 of those are what we would call non-employer businesses. So sole proprietors or LLCs that are single member LLCs and so on. So that's almost 70% of our county businesses are what we consider very small.
Gotcha. So, how big of a role do they play in generating revenues for the cities and the county?
Well, as a percent of total revenue, total sales is very small. It's about 4% compared to some of the larger corporations, government sector, et cetera. But we have to look at the secondary impacts to the economy, because these are all people that, of course, are also consumers and do make purchases and contribute to the tax base and all of those things. So a huge, huge part.
And is the coronavirus deadly to small businesses?
I hope not.
Right.
I don't believe that it is. I really try to encourage my clients to just keep in mind that everything is temporary. A month ago, we had no idea this was going to sort of descend upon us. And, a month from now, things are going to look very different. As we've been trying to keep up with the changes in law, regulation, funding, we it seems like we get hourly updates. And I'm sure everybody's inundated with information. But I don't think it's deadly. I think this is a time to pause and really look at, okay, I'm not able to be open right now, for many of our businesses are closed temporarily. And how can I grow and do all those things I've never had time to do? How can I revamp my website? How can I look at my operations, my procedures? Do I have an employee handbook? Do I have emergency preparedness things in place? So it's a time for all of us to learn and to seek out mentorship and advice. And you can sort of curl up in a ball and wait for things to get better, or you can be proactive and make your business better.
Okay. Doing all that stuff that they never had time for beforehand, that's a good way to keep their business healthy. But what are other ways that things that they can do to keep their business healthy throughout this crisis?
Well, there's been a lot in the news about the various government programs that are being offered. The SBA rolled out the EIDL, which is the Economic Injury Disaster Loan. And then last week, the PPP, the Payroll Protection Program. And both of those are important. I think there's a lot of distrust, if you will, of what, the government's giving me money. Wait, how is that happening? And, people are a little bit leery. Of course, it's been a bumpy rollout because they just didn't anticipate the level of need. But people are now finally, our clients that applied at the beginning are starting to see some of this funding come through. Also looking at some of the smaller grants being offered. The city of Lacey had some grants and still does, but that program, I believe, is no longer accepting applications. But we're going to continue to see support throughout the community, and just always keeping an eye out, being aware of those things, and utilizing the resources available through the Small Business Development Center, the SBA, Women's Business. A lot of different organizations are keeping those resources kind of vetted and consolidated so that you can just go to one place and find out what's available at any given time.
Okay, so yeah, where do people go to get this assistance? Do you help them with that? Do they contact your organization or the
They
government?
can, absolutely, and that's what we're here for. So just a quick recap about what is the Small Business Development Center. We are funded through the SBA, and then we get matching funds or grants from the communities that we serve. So in our case at the Lacey Center, SPSCC is our funder, and we're very grateful to have their support. And those funds allow us to offer free business advising, training, and so forth to our clients at no cost. So because we're a government agency, we have a $0 marketing budget. So a lot of people don't know about us, but we're a great resource. We're housed within the Center for Business and Innovation at the Lacey campus of SPSCC. And there's also SCORE, there's Veterans Outreach, there's PTAC. There's so many great advisors and mentors available for businesses, and we just hope that more people become aware of the services we provide. I think being, as I said, proactive and making sure that you're able to access all the resources available is super important. And then also what we've seen with our clients that's inspiring is a lot of small businesses getting together and becoming innovative of how can we join forces. If you're going to offer food delivery, say, and I'm offering liquor pickup, how can we put this together and provide a service or product that people will want to buy during this time of staying home? So just kind of being more engaged with the business community, having a support network is very important.
Excellent. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time to chat with us. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we let you go?
I think, as advisors, we are business coaches, but it's also about the whole package and just really working on that work-life balance, trying to stay positive, trying to make sure that the information you're absorbing is accurate and benefits your life. And I appreciate you all providing these resources to people just to keep them well informed. That's the name of the game. That's the important thing.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So please stay proactive, network with your other fellow business owners, and find help online at WSBDC.org or call the SPSCC Washington Small Business Development Center directly at 360-709-2050. That's all we have for you today. Tune in next time for more updates. Again, if you have any questions or suggestions for something we should cover, send an email to rkam@tcmedia.org. Stay home, stay updated with Thurston Community Media, and stay safe, Thurston County.